Hello everyone. We are doing the questions of assertions and reasoning from the first chapter of class 12th. That one is electrostatic, or we can say that one as the electric charge and the field. So the question, there are four points in this. We can see that you have to write A when the assertion and reason both are correct statement, and the reason is the correct explanation for assertion. You will write B when the assertion and the reasoning both are correct statement, but the reason is not the correct explanation of the assertion. You will write C, assertion is the correct statement, but the reason is the wrong statement, and D, assertion is the wrong statement, but the reason is the correct statement. The first one, assertion: the charge given to a metallic sphere, it does not depend upon whether it is hollow or a solid, since the charge reside only on the surface of the conductor. So the answer here, it is A. We know that E dot ds, it is equal to q upon epsilon naught. It depends upon the total number of the charge which is there, and the charge, it never resides on the inside the surface. Now you have will to now the second question: the charge is quantized because only integral number of the electron can be transferred. There is no possibility of the transfer of some fraction of the electron. So the answer over here is B. Assertion and reasoning both are the correct statement, but reasoning is not the correct explanation. Charge is quantized, it is q is equal to plus minus ne, because this one is an integral number. There is no possibility of the transfer of some fraction of electron. That one is also right, but this one is not the correct explanation of part number A. Now we are moving to the next one. Addition number 3, the Coulomb's law and the gravitational force, they follow the inverse square law. Second, both law are same in all respect. So the answer over here, it is given as C. It says that assertion is correct statement, but the reasoning is a wrong statement. Assertion, it is a correct statement, and reasoning, it is a wrong statement. So the Coulomb force and the gravitational force both follow the same inverse square law. Both laws are same in all respect. No, both laws are not same in the same respect, as one is the attractive in nature, and the other one, it can be attractive as well as it can be repulsive. Now come to question number 4. Electrostatic field line starts at the positive charge and end at the negative charge. Field line are continuous curve without any break, and they forms a closed loop. So the answer is C. Answer is C, and it says that assertion is correct statement, but the reasoning, it's a wrong statement. Assertion is correct and the reasoning, it's a wrong statement. So electrostatic field line, they definitely starts from the positive end and they move towards the negative end. And the reason, the field lines are continuous curve without any break, it's right, but they never forms a, they form a closed loop. The answer is they never forms a closed loop. Now come to question number 5, or the assertion number 5. The fifth question, it says that electrons moves away from the region of a lower potential to a region of a higher potential, and electron has a negative charge. So the answer is over here is A. Assertion and the reasoning both are correct statement, and the reasoning is the correct explanation for the assertion. So we will say that both are correct. The electron, they are the negative charge, it is correct, and the electron, they move from the higher region of potential to the lower region of potential. Now come to question number 6. Assertion: if a proton and the electron are replaced in the same uniform electric field, they experience a different acceleration. And the reasoning is, the reason is the electric force on a test charge is independent of its mass. So the answer over here, it is B. So the assertion and the reasoning both are the correct statement, but the reasoning is not the correct explanation of the assertion. So if the electron and the proton, they are replaced in the same uniform electric field, they experience a different acceleration, definitely because of the different value of the because of different value. And in case of the electric force on the test charge, it is independent of the mass. This one is also correct, but this one is not the correct explanation of A. Now question number 7. The unit of electric dipole moment is coulomb meter, and the unit of torque are Newton meter. And reason is, the electric dipole moment and the torque are given by P is equal to Q into 2A, and the tau, it is equal to force into distance. So the answer over here, it is A. A means the assertion and the reasoning both are the correct statement, and the reason is the correct explanation of the assertion. So the unit of electric dipole moment is coulomb meter, it is right, and the unit of the torque are Newton meter, it is also right. So electric dipole moment and the torque are given by the formula P is equal to Q into 2A, and torque is equal to force into distance. It is the correct formula. According to the formula, we get the units over there. Now come to question number 8. Now question number 8, when a body acquires a negative charge, its mass decreases. A body and the reason is a body acquires a positive charge when it loses electron. So the answer over here is D. The assertion is a wrong statement, but reason is a correct statement. Assertion is a wrong statement and reason is a correct statement. When a body acquires a negative charge, its mass increases, and the another one, a body acquires a positive charge when it loses the electron. This one is the correct statement. Now come to question number 9. In question number 9, the surface charge density of an irregularly shaped conductor in the non-uniform, and the surface density is defined as the charge per unit area. In question number 9, you can see that the answer will be A. It says that assertion and the reason both are the correct statement, and the reason is the correct explanation for the assertion. So both are correct, means that the surface charge density of a irregularly shaped conductor in a non-uniform. And what is the surface density? Surface density, it is defined as the charge per unit area. Now the 10th, it says that assertion, the total flux through a closed surface is 0 if no charge is enclosed by the surface, and the reason is Gauss law is true for any closed surface no matter what is its shape and size. The correct answer is A, means the total flux through a closed surface is 0 if no charge is enclosed by the surface. It is absolutely right, and the Gauss law is true for any closed surface no matter what its shape and size is. So both are correct, and reason is the correct explanation for the assertion. Thank you.